Right friends, welcome back to third capsule. This is on simultaneous polls. There is a lot of discussion, debate going on with regard to holding simultaneous polls to Lok Sabha as well as the state legislative assemblies. One important point I would like to tell you, Election Commission, that is a constitutional body and it is vested with the powers to conduct elections to President, Vice President, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, state legislative assemblies, state legislative councils wherever available, because in some states these legislative councils are available. If I am not wrong, there are 7 states, and in remaining states legislative councils are not available. So Election Commission is vested with the powers of conducting elections to President, Vice President, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, MLAs and MLCs. This is constitutional body established as per Article 324 of the Constitution, and state election commissions are established subsequent to 73rd, 74th amendments to Constitution. That means as per Article 243, based on 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Acts, state election commissions were established to conduct elections to urban local bodies and local bodies at rural level. So, urban local bodies, rural local bodies, elections are conducted by state election commissions, that is based on 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Acts. So, one should be very clear about the functioning of election commission as well as state election commissions. And having known this, let us look at the issue which is going on in the country for some time. That is the simultaneous polls. This is holding simultaneous polls to Lok Sabha as well as state legislative assemblies. Having simultaneous polls is not the new phenomena. In fact, it started after independence. We adopted our constitution on 26th January 1950, and from 1952 onwards, 4 general elections in 1952, 57, 62, 67, state assembly elections were also held along with the general elections. So it is not a new phenomena, and simultaneous polls were held in 1951, 52, 57, 62 and 67 to Lok Sabha as well as the state assemblies. And subsequently matter got vitiated. Subsequent to 1967, what happened? Some of the state assemblies got dissolved, that is one point. And elections were held to the Lok Sabha 1 year early in 1971. Instead of 1972, elections were held in 1971. And subsequently what happened? Instead of 1976, elections were postponed to Lok Sabha by 1 more year. That means 1977, because of emergency, elections were postponed. So matter got vitiated after 1970s. So 71 elections were held early, 77 Lok Sabha elections were held after 1 year of extra time. That means because of emergency, elections could not be held in 1976. They were held in 1977. Subsequently, what happened? Janata government came to power in 1977 and they dissolved several state assemblies, and Indira Gandhi government of Congress came to power in 1980. It dissolved several state assemblies ruled by other parties. So, first time Janata Party has done it. Subsequently, Congress Party has done it. And from 1980s onwards, very few states are going to the polls with the Lok Sabha elections. And most of the states are going to the polls independently. So, having simultaneous polls to state assemblies as well as Lok Sabha is happening only in very few states, and all other states are going to polls during the intermediate years, right? So this is the present scenario of India. Up to 1960s, simultaneous elections were held to Lok Sabha and state assemblies, and After 1970s, the practice got disrupted because of various reasons. And the ground reality as on date is very few states are going to polls along with the Lok Sabha elections. And what are the problems with the present system? You see, in the present system, elections are being held in most of the states with a gap of 1 year or so. That means I am talking about all types of elections, whether it is for local bodies or for assembly or for Lok Sabha. If you look at most of the states, the scenario is similar. One after the other elections will come after a gap of 1 or 1.5 years. Lok Sabha, state assemblies, then local bodies elections. That means municipal elections, corporation elections, panchayat elections, then primary agricultural credit societies elections are held in some states. Milk unions are there in some states. Like that, one or the other election comes after a gap of 1 year or so. And the model code of conduct of the election commission comes into force when state assembly elections are announced in the states, as well as when Lok Sabha elections are announced in the country. And when the states have legislative councils, then also this model code of conduct comes into picture. Then the government is coming to a standstill, and because of frequent elections, governments are resorting to populist measures. This is the biggest problem in our country. And when elections are held quite frequently to one or the other local bodies or assemblies or Lok Sabha, then long-term vision of governments is missing. And they are more concentrating on short-term benefits as well as populist measures. And the expenditure is quite high. Not only the government expenditure, but the expenditure by various political parties is also quite high, because purchasing votes by some political parties is becoming a common phenomena in our country. So, the goal of free and fair elections of the founding fathers of this country is compromised, right? So, this is all about the problems with elections not being held simultaneously. And one or the other elections after 1 year, 1.5 years is making the things much complicated, and actually it is leading to huge expenditure not only for political parties but also for the governments. And what are the advantages of holding simultaneous polls? I listed out here. Please go through them. Then we will discuss unanswered questions or points for further discussion. First one is advantages. I have given 6 advantages here. First one is expenditure is reduced from the government's perspective. Certainly, it is better to have simultaneous elections not only for Lok Sabha state assemblies but also for local bodies. Then the impact of black money on the voters will be reduced as all the elections are scheduled at a time. Then populist measures, which are resorted to by several political parties, will reduce, and governments can concentrate on long-term goals of establishing an equitable society. That is most important. Then the entire administration, that is the bureaucracy, can be geared up to achieve the long-term objectives of the government, because elections will come, all the elections once in 5 years. So that's why bureaucracy can concentrate on long-term goals. And at the same time, government's policies can also be devised with long-term goals. Then next point is, there can be more synergy between MLAs and MPs because of simultaneous elections, because their tenures coincides. And elections are inevitable because they are the bedrock of democracy. But frequent elections became a bane on society, and when the elections are held once in 5 years to all the organs, then there is every possibility that political parties may come up with concrete action plans, and democracy will flourish in true letter and spirit. These are the advantages. And if you look at unanswered questions, I posed 4 or 5 unanswered questions here. Please go through them because we have to find answers for them. Finding answers may not be difficult if government has got the willpower. What will happen if the state assembly is dissolved midway, and what action plan is required to be taken in the interim period? And one more important aspect is what will happen when the government loses its majority because of no confidence motion? Then nowadays several regional parties came into focus during the past 20-30 years, and their main focus is the regional development that is different from national perspective of mainstream parties. If simultaneous elections are held, it is a debatable question whether the illiterate voter is able to decide which political party is suitable for the state level as well as which political party at the national level. When elections are held simultaneously, illiterate voter may not be able to differentiate the importance of electing the required party or person at state level as well as national level. This became pertinent because of the reason several regional parties came into focus with regional development aspirations. And if at all simultaneous elections are held, elections to state assemblies and Lok Sabha can be held with a gap of 10 to 15 days. Then the voter can understand and can better exercise his franchise. Then the next point is, does it not affect the federal structure of the constitution, where the constitution gives independent powers to the states as well as Indian Union? That means the voter should have the freedom to choose the representatives of his choice. And is it worth to bind the assemblies and Lok Sabha with the fixed tenure with simultaneous polls? Then, as no elections are due in the intervening period, because if simultaneous polls are held, elections will come after 5 years only, and there is every possibility that some of the elected representatives may not show much interest during the first 3-4 years. And as one or the other elections are due in between, such as local bodies, societies, etc., the responsibility of solving the problems is felt directly by the elected representatives. In the present day system, as one or the other elections are coming once in a year or so, elected representatives have to be more dynamic. If at all there are no elections for 5 years, then there is every possibility lethargy may crop in the elected representatives. Then frequent elections to one or the other organs will act as checks and balances on the functioning of elected representatives. So these are the questions which require answers, but you can find answers for all these questions. Overall, a wider debate is required to arrive at a consensus in overall terms, but it appears to be a wise move to conduct simultaneous polls not only to state assemblies as well as Lok Sabha, but also to various local bodies also, so as to eliminate the hassles of elections, promises, populist measures from time to time. Then country can concentrate on long-term goals. Persons can work, bureaucracy can work, elected representatives can work with long-term vision, which is the need of the hour in our country. Right, friends? Let us hope good days to come. With this, let us conclude this capsule. Please do join for other capsules. Have a nice day. Thank you.